to start trying to. At this point, Brunswick's 2-0, so they probably should be in the final.
They pretty much punched their ticket. Everyone else is 1-1 or worse. So
I think, well, so depending if Nova Scotia wins, that should put them into the final.
So if Newfoundland wins, and then Nova Scotia wins, then we have 3 teams at 2-1.
And then it goes record head-to-head.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
It's usually record head-to-head, and then from there it's like plus minus.
I wasn't sure if they go with that or with plus minus first. I'm not sure. If it's record head-to-head, then New Brunswick would have beaten Nova Scotia. But thank you.
You're welcome. So Gertrude's on the bench.
Yep. Yeah, pitcher came up first.
See a free shot.
Please rise for the national anthem. Soyez attention pour l'anthem national. Merci. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this QMJHL Cup game. C'est évidemment émis sur pied par le LHJMQ.
It's time for Game 3 of Day 2 here in the QMJHL Cup. Mike Sanderson here on the call, Jeff Robichaud producing and handling the camera work. We have Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia in the Navy going right to left this period. Ben Veach, who knocks down Guinish to the ice for Team Newfoundland. They're in white going left to right. We are underway as Veach wanted to toss it up. Looking to send it down low. McCarthy with it now. Looking the backhand. That's blocked by McLean. Comes back down as McCarthy, Veach, and Moores, the trio, to start for Team Newfoundland. They had a pretty hot game earlier today. McLeod with McLean and River Welsh to start for Nova Scotia. Veach coming out with a chip on his shoulder here in this opening shift. Chasing for that puck. Got changes already in Nova Scotia. We played 34 seconds. They'll go with Hayden, Carver, and Sinclair. Hocko and Anderson on the back. Face-off will be glove side to the right-handed catching Sam Pitcher. Pitcher started the game this afternoon and played the first half along with Dace Grouchy, who's on the bench for Team Newfoundland. Jack Bell with the start for Nova Scotia. Duncan Anderson down the left wing side. Bath tried to tear a strip off him, as did Norman. Anderson still picking it up, and Harnum got his whack on him too. Comes back to the point. It's Hocko. Hocko shot that gets right to the goal off a tip, and Pitcher will make the save. Pitcher, who played, as we said, 30 minutes in the game today. In Newfoundland's 5-3 win over PEI. They fell 8-1 to New Brunswick yesterday, so they come in at 1-1 on the schedule, as does Nova Scotia. They fell this morning to New Brunswick. That's played out. Sinclair scores! Tucker Sinclair opens the scoring 1:06 into the first period. It's his second of the tournament, and it's 1-0 Nova Scotia. Sinclair, 11 points in 8 games with the Sydney Rush this season. He's been a very useful player for Team Nova Scotia here in this tournament so far. Games number 3 for both of these teams. Turned over. Hoyt looking for it with Smith and Liver up front. Smith in the corner, back for Hoyt. Hoyt back up top. It's McEachern off a stick and out of play. Nova Scotia, as we said, 1-1. They won in a shootout last night against PEI, and then they fell to New Brunswick 4-2 this morning. And Newfoundland 1-1 as well. So one of these two teams will be 2-1. And punch their ticket into the late start. Sullivan knocked by Spurl. That's played now looking for Hoyt. It's grabbed by Nova Scotia, trying to make hay with it. Newfoundland, who played PEI pretty tough in the early afternoon tilt. Smith now will play it in. He's crunched to the boards, but it does come down. Hines with it. Hines looking up for Yabsley. Kept in at the line by McEachern. Comes down now for Liver. Johnson fresh off the bench. Takes a shot against the grain. Stopped by Pitcher. Rebound comes right through the goal mouth off the stick of Evan Liver. Guinish back from the point. We'll send it back down low. It's Hines with it. Hines wraps it along. Guinish down low. Now it's Ryan from the point. That shot in front. Stopped by Pitcher. And he'll hang on for the rebound. Yeah, with both these teams at 1-1, New Brunswick at 2-0. They play 0-2 PEI here tonight. Will depend on the winner here to determine who moves to the first, second place game at 11:45. Fourth will play third place at 9:15 tomorrow. This one will come all the way down and will be an icing call. So PEI will meet the loser of this game, and New Brunswick will meet the winner. In the 1-2 game tomorrow. Face-off blocker side to Pitcher. Johnson and Davis. Tapping it along was Nick McKenzie. Guinish trying to keep it in. Tapped off of him. Now Fitzgerald with it. Davis making it a 2-on-1. Fitzgerald holds back but fan on the puck, as McKenzie will play it back up. Johnson. Cleary trying to hold the line. Picked up now by McKenzie. Over for Guinish. Guinish back for McKenzie. McKenzie at center looking for Ryan. That one bothered just enough by Witten, and Quinn Norman will grab it. Witten will try to play it down. Guinish fires that one just wide blocker side. Welsh will pick it up at center. as will Hocko. Hocko holds off one check, and another one pops the puck up high from Norman. Ryan looking to go north. Instead, Norman picked his pocket and grabbed the puck. Comes up and now down, and a chance for Witten. Witten can't get past Hocko. His teammates have gone for a change, so it's just him and Drew Moore's in there. Now Veach in the corner. Ben Veach trying to come out with it. Fenwick McLean off the boards and down. A foot race for McLeod. Coming out with it is Pitcher. Pitcher will play it around to the near side. McLean now. Hocko at the point. Takes a shot up high and missed wide. Fenwick McLean. Tripped up on the blue line. Hocko over for his D partner Anderson. Took it off the toe, and now it's McLeod with it. McLeod a chance to skate with it, but Morgan cut it off. It comes over to the boards. Now a shot for McLean. That one over the goal. Duncan Anderson. Now for Welsh. River Welsh. Break his way through center around Veach this time. Drops it back for McLeod. McLeod a shot from distance. Glove save by Pitcher as McLeod is dumped right beside the boards. McLeod has got a goal in this tournament, as does McLean. McLean a goal and an assist. Evan Liver, the hat trick last night, is the points leader with 3. Sinclair, Carver, and Hayden now up front with Sullivan and McEachern. McEachern lets that fire. That's stopped by Pitcher. Out of the corner was Hayden trying to play it out. Bath meets it at the line, but Sullivan got there first. It's Banks now. Down low, Hines looking Banks. Back to the point. McEachern sends it down. Curl, fire, Carver. Loose in front, but it's grabbed instead by Nolan Harnum. Bath looking for it too. Harnum following up. Grabbed instead by Sullivan. That's over for McEachern. McEachern, hard feed for Hayden. About hip high, and Jewer will steer it along. Sinclair now along the boards. Carver wanted to break out with it. Instead, it's Harnum. Harnum for Banks, the Stansted College product. Up for Bath. Bath, who's edged off the puck by Guinness, and now McKenzie will play it along for Carver. Hayden will recover. In the left wing corner, plays it out. Looking there for number 23, Tucker Sinclair, the goal scorer. Banks with it. Down the left side, can cut right to the goal and does, but ran out of room short side. Had Harnum in front, Banks can't get it there. Banks now in the corner. First Spurl poked off his stick. And now flipped up for Norman to grab. Norman will send it down. Bell came out to play it, did not much to it. Looking to feed it up was Yabsley, along with Spurl and Jones. Guinish try to clear Liver. Cleary now back for Norman. Norman with Hoyt in pursuit. Norman looks to shed that check. Now that pass to Spurl. Spurl gaining the line no further, knocked off by Nick McKenzie. Looking there for Liver. That's trapped up by Norman, who sent a little shot Liver's way. Jax Guinish. Hot for Liver. Icing waved off. Smith with Cleary behind there. Cleary clears it to the line, and it does come out for Anderson. Now Hocko. Here's Hocko along the boards now. Johnson. Liver trying to free himself from Jones. Comes over to Cleary. Cleary up the left wing side. Yabsley over for Jones. Jones just wide of Anderson. Now Yabsley with it. Shot from a sharp angle. Went through the goal mouth. Grabbed now by Simmons. Simmons from the point. Down low, Spurl. And Jones. Back out loose to Spurl. But that's grabbed by Ewan White. And now Hocko. Into the skates of Justice Johnson. Johnson steers it down. White looking for it. And Johnson recovers it. Johnson looks to break out with it. Spurl had his dump out block, but it drops right to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with Davis looking to make hay. Davis trying to cut around Sullivan, who niftily just sends it to the boards. Davis. That shot slid aside by Anderson. Witten in the corner. That pass up looking for Ryan. McLean is on the attack. McLean off the top of the dasher. Welsh keeps it in at the line. Dodges one check from Fitzgerald to the slot. McLean stopped by pitcher. And that comes out to Witten. Witten trying to cut around Sullivan. In comes Welsh to help out. Fed over to Griffin McEachern. Rolling puck is grabbed by Newfoundland, that being Jack Davis. Now it's Sullivan with it. Sullivan cross ice. Ethan Hines will have it for Newfoundland. That pass up looking for Davis, kept in by Welsh. Welsh a shot from the high slot, but missed wide. McLeod was crunched to the boards. McEachern, now Guinish. Guinish back for McEachern. Guinish puck comes out. Now we'll turn and send it down deep, grabbed into the air by Jewer. Guinish took a tumble. Now it's Witten with a try. Witten right circle. Fanned on the shot. His stick was tied up by Guinish and then taken down. Moores, Guinish as well on the attack. Moores behind the net. Veach will play it back. Hines with it. That's stopped by Bell. Veach looking for it in the corner. As Jewer meets McLeod on the dump out, icing Nova Scotia. The faceoff will come inside the Nova Scotia zone. Faceoff will be to the glove side of Jack Bell. Jack Bell was the winning goaltender in the 5-4 shootout victory for Nova Scotia. Tanner Hayden had the game winner in the shootout in the 5th round, but it was the Jack Bell stop that made the difference on Jake Kelly of PEI. That one cleared up. Norman will send that back in the zone. Newfoundland will have to tag up. McKenzie was looking there for McLeod. That was Hayden now in the forecheck, but grabbed by Cleary. Cleary now for McCarthy. McCarthy was looking there for Moores, tapped along by Anderson. Moores plays it back for Cleary, and up for McCarthy in stride along the boards. Dumps it past Hocko. In comes Veach on Anderson, who's pasted the boards by the Newfoundland forward. Now Hocko was looking for it. Around past Moores. Anderson. Now we'll try the left wing side, Carver. As Jack Bell will play it back for Carver. A pair of stretch feed outlets, and will feed it there. It's Hayden. Sinclair to the net. Hayden shoots. Stopped by pitcher. And he will hang on with Tanner Hayden on the attack. One of 6 weeks majors in the Nova Scotia lineup. Faceoff will be blocker side to pitcher. Hoyt flanked with Smith and Liver. Nolan Harnham for Nova Scotia, or for Newfoundland, excuse me. That shot from Liver blocked Sullivan. That one blocked too and cleared by Newfoundland. In a foot race, McEachern. Can Bath get there in time? No, he can't. It's Griffin McEachern, who has an assist in the 2 games here so far. Newfoundland, your leading scorers, 3 points as well. Thomas McCarthy and Drew Moores both have 3 points. McCarthy had those 3 this morning, as did Moores. Sullivan in front, that hit a body, and now Banks has Bath stretching but can't feed it there. Instead, the puck will bounce to Harnham. Harnham just behind the goal line. On the near side, plays it back Simmons. Simmons tries a shot block by Liver. Liver now to Smith. Smith with Hoyt to the net, sent right in on the pads and stopped. Hoyt sent that one wide on the second try. Guinish. Try a point shot off a stick, and that one comes up just behind the goal. It's Liver. Liver now to McKenzie. McKenzie, Guinish fakes the shot. Now we'll let it go, and that one hit Simmons in front. That will be knocked back out to center. White in a foot race. Harnham with the puck. And now Ewan White, but just to center. Jewer will send it down. Jack Bell will stop that. Guinish Trying to shed Sperlin does. Now Nick McKenzie off the boards, looking there for Liver. Touched it enough. Just to send it down. Hines fanned on it. Now White looking to walk out with it. Is knocked down to the ice by Jewer, who knocked into pitcher two. Now they're slow to get up with the official right there. It's Jones with the puck now. Spurl just stayed onside. Jones cuts the high slot, wanted to shoot and fanned on it. Now Hocko will play it down and over, but just the Newfoundland side to center. Hines will pick it up looking Spurl. Tapped along for Anderson and Jones. And now it's down low. Jewer will pick it up for Newfoundland, just past Sam Ryan. Spurl brings it free off the boards for Yabsley. Now Hines kept it at the line. Anderson for Jewer to go get it. Jewer in the near corner. Hines rolls it back up. Spurl will pick it up right wing side. Now for Jones through center. Jones ends up in the left wing corner. Him and Anderson tangle. Justice Johnson for Ryan. Ryan backhand to center. Quinn Norman will recover it. Quinn Norman, we know he can skate. Spurl at the line. Hocko. Now Anderson kept in by Spurl. Spurl had the puck bounce on him and cleared just wide by Hocko. Anderson, now Spurl. Anderson in the corner, having to tangle with Spurl. Now Ryan, who's bumped up by Yabsley. McLean has Welsh with him, offside, as Welsh couldn't keep the leg out. 6:38 to go in the opening frame. The goal, Tucker Sinclair's. 1-0 Nova Scotia. Newfoundland will opt to clear Witten in a headman feed. Comes right to Bell, who will opt to cover. As Witten and Sullivan were tied up on the way down. Faceoff will be glove side of the Nova Scotia goaltender, who played with the Nova Junior X-Men the last 2 years. Cape Breton West Islander goalie. Sullivan mishandled to Witten, played it right out front, but first to grab was McLean. Now McLeod looking for it, along with Welsh. That's played down by Davis. McEachern looking for McLeod. That one got past him, and Norman will win the foot race. Norman now for Witten. Blocked in step by McLean. Shot from Sullivan gets all the way through into the crest of Sam Pitcher. Was able to stop that, the Tripen Osprey goaltender. Big glove side to the right-handed catching pitcher. This is the first leg of the Q Cup this weekend that you're watching here. Game 3 on day 2. Looking to bring together the top prospects from each of the Atlantic provinces together. Shot from McEachern. Rebound is stopped too. Hayden another try. That one stopped. McEachern will get a crack. That one hit Moores in front. Now Hayden from a sharp angle. That got through the goal mouth. McEachern plays it down low. Looking there for Hayden as the shooting gallery for Nova Scotia attempts to continue. Carver now behind the net. Back to the point. McEachern over for Sullivan. Sullivan working the zone to Hayden in the left wing corner. Hayden out of the air. Sinclair scored the goal in this one, but Newfoundland will recover. It's McCarthy. McCarthy down the right wing side. Send it back behind the net. McEachern bumped up by Moores. In comes Veach too. That one played along, but grabbed now by Veach. Veach looking down low. Veach now with a move to undress Sullivan to McCarthy off the crossbar. As McCarthy's tied right up with McEachern, and a penalty will come and a couple more potentially on the way as we have a scrum. Players just flying all over each other over there. We'll see how the penalties shake down here. Just under 5 to go here in the first period. So Drew Morris has made his way by himself to the penalty box. Certainly that will be among those called. So it looks like it'll be even. McEachern 2 for hooking, Moores 2 for roughing. So the face-off will stay inside the Nova Scotia zone. As we were saying, the Q Cup, the effort to bring all these top prospects together for the benefit of the Quebec Maritimes Hockey League and their numbered teams, and get everybody together and give a chance to evaluate some players who should be among the top. Here, the Q entry draft coming up this coming June. A little bit of a welcome for the players as well, and answer questions for the parents too, as Liver knocked to the ice by Simmons. Now Guinish fanned up on that, and McCarthy, who hit the crossbar on the shift, trying to break in for another opportunity at that, but can't do so. Guinish to play it up through Hoyt, and now Dewar will go get it. Dewar in the corner. Now McCarthy back to the point is Guinish. Guinish tried a shot, stopped by Pitcher. Rebound is loose, but the rolling puck is covered by the Newfoundland goalie. As part of this whole weekend tournament, there is an information session as well for parents of U15 and U16 players. As we said, just to kind of introduce them to the inner workings a little bit of the way the league operates and what programs are available. And we've seen just about every team up here on the concourse, multiple representatives from those teams. Now it's Hako. Hako wants the point shot. That one blocked by Bath. Down low is Harnham working for it. Pair of Nova Scotia players. Ryan walks right out and gets a pair of whacks at it. That's stopped. Referee's looking to see if it's out. Pitcher thought it was in, but it's not. And it's just wide. Pitcher reached back with the glove behind his backside to try to keep that puck out. But it did come out. And the puck's over on the sideboards. Faceoff will be glove side to Pitcher. Banks and Johnson in the faceoff circle. That's won by the Dartmouth Steel Subaru forward. Dewar pins up. White wrapped along the boards now. Anderson at the line. Tries to corral the bouncing puck. Picked up now by Bath. Bath up for Banks. Banks with it right wing side crossing the blue line. That's poked off his stick by Ryan. Bath tried to make a play on it. Now for Ryan. Grabbed by Johnson, and a glove pass will stop play. Yeah, we've seen just about every color, every team. And not just Quebec Major Junior or Quebec Maritimes Junior League scouts. A number of other leagues represented as well, all here to get their eyes on these players. And a special thanks to Hockey New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Hockey Newfoundland and Labrador for putting all this together, getting these teams ready. Nova Scotia on the attack from the left wing corner. McLeod plays it back. Sullivan over for Guinish. Guinish a shot off a Newfoundland stick, and now grabbed by Yabsley. Over for Spurl to the backhand, looking there for Jones. Tapped back by Guinish. Spurl jumping in on Sullivan to try to make a play on it. McLean along with McLeod, but it frees loose to Spurl. Picked up now by Jones. Jones will send it past Sullivan. Guinish looking for it. Guinish for Sullivan, blocked by Yabsley. Sullivan and Spurl tie up. Now Guinish. Over to the far side, it's Welsh. McLean sends it down. He's looking there for McLeod, cleared by Cleary. Spurl. Over for Norman leading the rush. Norman a shot from a wide angle, missed glove side. Nathan Morgan will pick it up for Newfoundland. That one stayed onside, didn't go much further though. Hayden blocked that dump out from Sinclair, and Davis is able to pick it up. Down low for Anderson. Anderson dodging Fitzgerald. It comes back to Morgan. That shot missed glove side. Carver looking for it. Davis too, and that one flies up and over. McKenzie into the corner. Glove passes the call. Just 2 minutes even left here in this first period as Moores and McEachern are free. McEachern will stay on, be joined with Sullivan. No, he'll come off. No, he'll stay on. Some confusion there between Weeks Major's teammates. They're going to say, no, you can't do the late change. They discuss things with the official. Faceoff will be glove side to Bell. Davis and Hayden. Hayden wins that one freely. Anderson, stretch feed too far for Sinclair, and that will go down for icing. So we'll do it all again. Glove side to the Nova Scotia goalie, Jack Bell. Simmons will pick it up from the point. Down low looking Davis. Davis battling with Fitzgerald. Witten in front. Sinclair will grab it. Sinclair who scored the goal in this one. Anderson to center. Davis will pick it up for Newfoundland. Pass over for Witten. Witten looking to play it up for Fitzgerald. Too far for him. Bell will corral it and cover. Face off again in the Nova Scotia zone. Hoyt's line with Liver and Smith. Newfoundland will counter with Veach between Moores and McCarthy, perhaps their best line over 2 games and change. Looking to skate up with it is Smith, trying to cut around Norman, can't get the puck back, and he's tripped up by Norman. That'll be a penalty. Smith didn't like that at all. Sullivan trying to bring it back, and that one stopped by McEachern, and now the tripping call will finally be called. So Norman will sit. And the first power play of the game will begin for Team Nova Scotia. Be the same line to stay out there. Liver instead will take a left point position. Really no changes for either side. Veach and McCarthy will continue for Newfoundland. McEachern for Liver. Liver down low trying to tip on it. Jewer with it. Will pin it to the boards and took a hard bump from Smith to do it. Veach trying to dig it out. 3 Nova Scotia players there against Jewer. It comes out to Veach. Veach will clear over the outstretched glove of McEachern. McCarthy will be the first to it for Newfoundland. McEachern will hold back and wait for an opportunity. We'll play it over for Liver. Liver up for Guinish. Guinish looks to drop back for White. White with it back to the point. McEachern over for Liver. Liver will hold it. Back up top, Guinish works it to McEachern. Up for Guinish. Guinish walks in and shoots. That hit a body. And now Liver will tap it down. Hoyt will battle with Jewer, and that will prompt the buzzer. Tucker Sinclair's goal, the only marker on the score sheet. It's 1-0 Nova Scotia after 20 minutes of play here at the Uniplex in Dieppe, New Brunswick. Game 3, Day 2, Game 3 here of the 2025 QMJHL Cup. You're watching it all on AO Live. Second period is next. Ready to roll for the second period here with Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. Newfoundland in white going right to left this period. They're defending a penalty for the next 53 seconds as we are underway in the second period. Nova Scotia in navy, attacking left to right this period. They're trying to set up in the Newfoundland zone. Guinish with it. Guinish right point. Over for Anderson. Up front is McLean, McLeod, and Welsh. Big shot and a big block from Simmons. Anderson now for Guinish. Back up for Anderson. McLean walks into that, missed wide, that hit a body. And Guinish in the corner is tripped up by Jewer. Back down low is Welsh. Welsh back for McLeod, but the net is off, I believe, and that prompts a whistle with 11 seconds to go in the Norman tripping minor. And that is the case as Sam Pitcher goes over to investigate the net behind him along with the officials. Faceoff will be to his blocker side. 1-0 Nova Scotia, goal to Tucker Sinclair. That came in the first period. Nova Scotia would love to double it up here in the next 10 seconds. Guinish over now for Anderson. A quick shot, scores! Duncan Anderson from the point, got that one through. And just under the bar. It's 2-0 Nova Scotia here early in the second period. 50 seconds in to the middle frame. 2-0 Nova Scotia. Sinclair wins it now. McEachern up to Sullivan. Sullivan looking for Sinclair, and that puck skitters its way to the Newfoundland zone. Cleary. For Norman over to Witten, turnover. Sinclair now played over Hayden in front. Carver, that's stopped. This pitcher trying to make a play on it. Now Fitzgerald as it was overskated. That comes out to an open area far side. That's Witten. Witten for Cleary up for Fitzgerald. Charlie McLeod draws the assist on the Anderson play. As is picked up now by McEachern, but icing is called against Team Newfoundland. It's the final game of the regular of the round robin for these teams. Regular play. We said basically the way the records shape up, New Brunswick at 2-0 will move into the final tomorrow at 11:45. They'll play in the first, second place game. The winner of this game will meet New Brunswick there. And then the team that loses this game will play PEI at 9:15 local time. Hocko shot. That went off the glove of pitcher and wide. Anderson got all into that one. That's punched up high by pitcher. Looking to make for it, Fitzgerald. Now Davis. Davis to chip around Anderson. Davis and Witten. Behind the net, grabbed instead by Hoyt. Austin Hoyt walks to the slot. He's taken down. Quick shot in there, but missed off the side of the goal, and then is off once again. As Morgan and Hoyt forced themselves forward and knocked into the net along with Sam Pitcher. That will knock the net off. Faceoff will be glove side to Pitcher. Veach to take the draw against Johnson. Rolling puck comes cleanly out, but Moores was able to steal it from McKenzie. Look down low for McCarthy. McCarthy now in the corner. Plays it back down low, looking there for Veach. Morgan at the point. Take a shot off of White and over the goal. Now McCarthy. Centered out front. That one off the goaltender Bell and just wide. Moores Guinness now will play it for Ryan. Ryan up for Johnson. Johnson's pass now for McKenzie in stride. Nick McKenzie gains the line. Pass right to the tape of Ryan, looking there for White. Instead broken up by McCarthy, and that's flipped up, just blocked by Guinness, looking for Veach. Guinness stood up on McCarthy, but neither player went down. But Guinness is hobbling. Played right out front was Veach. Looking for Moores. Moores will play it back to the point. It's Morgan. Morgan over for Hines. Hines takes that shot, and a stop from Jack Bell, who will hang on. For the whistle, and Nova Scotia could be down a blue liner. Jack's Guinness, who came off on that hit on Thomas McCarthy. But he's sitting there and looks like he'll give it the try on his next shift. Face-off won by McLean. One arm on the stick, Sullivan looking there for McEachern. Hines pinching down, will play it down low. Sullivan will pick it up. Sullivan looking there for McEachern. Will grab it off the boards. McEachern up to center. Now it's McLean. McLean for McLeod in the slot. Missed blocker side. McEachern at the point, can't keep it in. We'll send it down low. Nova Scotia will have to tag up. Welsh on the turnover, trying to play it out. It's McLeod behind the net. McLeod over now for Sullivan. Sullivan over for McEachern. McEachern a shot, glove down by pitcher, hangs on for the whistle. Griffin McEachern works it around for a shot from the point, him and Sullivan. Both teammates with the Weeks Majors out of Pictou County. Face-off blocker side to pitcher. Hayden will take it against Ethan Jones. And that's one on back for Yabsley. Newfoundland 4 wide on the attack. Norman, high slot, leaves it there. Spurl, but up high, glove side. Yabsley in the corner. Still as it was looking there, Jones. McEachern now to the near side, Spurl. Spurl is crunched to the ice. Now we'll pick it back up. Plays it to the point, looking there for Cleary. They got all the way back, and Cleary in a foot race along with Hayden. Cleary taps that just along, picked up now Spurl. Spurl for Jones, turnover, Sinclair. Along the boards battling with Spurl, played up softly for Jones. Now it's Yabsley. Yabsley crossing the blue line, sends it over for Spurl to gather. There will be a whistle stopping play. Just past 5 minutes of the second period. Sinclair with one, Anderson with the other for Team Nova Scotia. They lead it 2-0. Face-off just outside the Nova Scotia blue line. Point in the middle between Liver and Smith. Jack White flanked by Fitzgerald, or Jack Davis, excuse me, flanked by Fitzgerald and Witten. Paco along the boards, cleared down by Liver. Funky bounce off the Zamboni doors, picked up now by Hoyt. Talked about that in the morning, and that might come into play. Hocko's shot was blocked and grabbed now by Davis. Davis for Witten left wing. Witten was looking to cut to the middle. Anderson in the corner. Now played along by Hoyt. Liver giving chase. Norman will pick it up. Norman at the blue line will send that to the slot. Blocked there by Anderson. Duncan Anderson will skate his way down the left side. Poked off his stick. Liver into the slot and through the slot, looking there for Brendan Smith. That dump out block now. Witten will try it. Looking there for Norman. Norman will tap it along. Nick McKenzie over for McEachern. McEachern Smith. Smith up for Liver. Liver left wing side to the circle. Will cut to the goal, is taken down. And a penalty coming up here. Tripping is the call. And that'll come against A.J. Simmons. So Team Nova Scotia, who scored on their first power play opportunity, will go to their second one. Just at the tail end of the power play, dipping into the second period. the Anderson marker. Face-off will be glove side to pitcher. Jewer off the boards. McKenzie looks to keep that in. Now for Ewan White, but lost it to Veach, and Veach will clear. Jax Guinness will give it a try. Let's pass up for McKenzie. Left there, caught in the linesman. Sam Ryan will have it. Ryan now for Guinness. Guinness for Ryan down the right wing side. Crosses the blue line, puts on the brakes. Ryan looking there for McKenzie. McKenzie to play back for Guinness, caught in pressure. Now for McKenzie. McKenzie over to the slot. Ryan wanted to shoot instead. It was Veach who ultimately gets it to center. McKenzie in the backhand was looking to clear it down. Now Ryan with it. Ryan grabbed the pass and then got knocked over. Guinness will now play it for Nova Scotia. Up skates Guinness. Guinness left circle fires. That's stopped by pitcher. With 12:45 to go here in the second period. 53 seconds to go in the Simmons minor penalty. Face-off glove side to pitcher. McLeod, McLean, and Welsh. Sullivan and McEachern. This one played right to pitcher and then yeeted down the ice by Quinn Norman. Griffin McEachern will grab it for Nova Scotia. 35 seconds to go in their power play. Picked up now by McLeod. McLeod crossing the blue line, knocked into Welsh. McLean will ram it hard along the boards. Sullivan will pick it up at the point. Back for McLean, up top McEachern. McLean, cross ice, now McLeod in the slot! Had pitcher slid across and had a lot of the net, but couldn't fire it there. McEachern with it now. It's over for McLean. McLean over and looking for Sullivan. Now McEachern. He'll fire a shot, stopped by pitcher. Off the pillow. Comes to Sullivan. Back over McEachern. McEachern over for McLean. Toe drag and shot, stopped by pitcher. We'll hang on for the rebound. Penalty's over. So we're back to even strength with another face-off in the Newfoundland zone. Sinclair between Carver and Hayden. Face-off one, though, by Veach. Simmons fresh out of the penalty box for Morgan. Back for Simmons. Simmons up for McCarthy. Now to Moores in stride. Breaking down the left wing. Offside is the call. As Veach tried to come back to tag up, couldn't do it. It's the face-off just outside the Nova Scotia line. It's won by Sinclair. Anderson looking over for Sinclair. Played along. Simmons as Carver went to him. And Hocko jumping in on McCarthy, but McCarthy's able to grab that right to Moores. Couldn't quite send it to the goal. Now Veach takes a shot. They missed just wide of Bell. Wrapped along the boards. McCarthy slowed it down really for Anderson. Anderson up for Hayden, but to center it's Morgan. Now Simmons. Simmons will work it along looking for McCarthy. That ends up in the air at the center circle. It's grabbed out of the air by Moores, played along by Morgan. Rolling puck is Bell. As McCarthy tried to play it along, hit the side of the goal. Now we'll try the other side out front for Veach, stick tied up, and out comes Nova Scotia. It's Hayden with the puck. Hayden with Carver, and Hayden and Jewer discuss things as Hayden sends Jewer to the boards, and a penalty will be coming up there. The back official will have it. Morgan over for Jewer. Jewer looking now McCarthy. Pitcher's out of the net. Veach coming in. Lost it. Touched there by Guinness, and the penalty will be called. Cross-checking is the call. Tanner Hayden will serve. So Newfoundland will get their first crack at a power play here tonight. Like to put one past Jack Bell and cut this deficit in half. Veach, Banks, Bath, Jones, and Morgan. Morgan a wrist shot, got through, he scores! Nathan Morgan hits the period for seeing eye point shots. That one just squeaked through the Nova Scotia goalie. That came just 6 seconds into the power play. Newfoundland cuts it in half. It's 2-1 the score. Norman crosses the red, sends it down. Bell looked to flag it, slows it down a little bit at least for Griffin McEachern off the glass. Cleary tried to stop that there. As this played out by Hoyt, looking as well with Smith. Yabsley had it, lost it, picked up now by Liver. Liver for Smith, right wing side. Smith from a sharp angle. Pitcher pushing, knocked the net off. Sullivan sent that just wide. The official was looking maybe to play that or move that net himself. Yabsley played up now for Jones. Pitcher will adjust it himself in the background. Jones now at the circle. Stopped by Bell. Rebound is loose and played up by Sullivan. Wrapped along by Ethan Jones. Played up now. Sperlin the slot. No look backhand feed. That was stopped by Bell. So that goal, Morgan from Veach and Jones on the power play is the latest marker we've seen. 2-1's the score for Nova Scotia. Newfoundland in offensive zone draw. Davis, Fitzgerald, and Witten, Simmons, and Morgan. But it won't be Justice Johnson to take the draw. Ryan and White up front. Hocko and Anderson on the back. Hocko along for Anderson. Now Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald looked to play to the slot. That was blocked and picked up by Ewan White. White, who just dodged a hit from Davis. Now it's Johnson bumped off the puck by Morgan. And Simmons with it now in the Newfoundland zone. Fitzgerald to center. Sends it past Anderson. Enough for icing, yes. With 9:10 to go here in the second period. So he said the winner moves to the final of this game. They'll meet New Brunswick there, as both these two teams are 2-1. Face-off blocker side to, or both these teams are 1-1, looking to improve to 2-1. Blocker side to pitcher, grabbed there by Morgan, now Simmons. Too far for him. Ryan will pick it up in the corner. Ryan trying to kick it free. Ewan White back to the point, kept into the backhand, Hocko. Hocko sprung it free for Witten. Newfoundland 3 wide, but Johnson comes back to even the numbers and take the puck away. Now it's White the other way. 3-on-2 for Nova Scotia. Ewan White lost it and picked up now by Jack Davis. Davis to center is Anderson. Anderson, that hit the official on the way out. Said he'll follow it up himself. Duncan Anderson has the second Nova Scotia goal in this one. Anderson right out to the slot. White rebound. Ryan, a pair of cracks. Pitcher found it first as Ryan never got his stick on it. And that's another whistle for the Newfoundland goalie. Newfoundland weathering the storm on that last shift. That played out by Duncan Anderson. To the slot, Ryan got 2 chances at whacks. Couldn't get his stick on either one of them. They'll switch it up, McLean, McLeod, and Welsh. Newfoundland's Harnham will take the draw. Right up front by Banks and Bath. Trying to clear was Jewer, tied up by McLean, comes just out on McKenzie. McKenzie will send it down past Hines. That bounce puts it right behind the net. But in strongly was McLeod on the forecheck. Banks just out to center, picked up there by Graydon Bath. Welsh now to McLean. Fenwick McLean stood up by Jewer. Now McLeod with it. McLeod in the corner. Played back McKenzie. Over for Guinish. Guinish faked the shot but never got it back. Plays it down low, Welsh. Tap past McLean, picked up there by Bath, but coming back blocked was McLeod. At the line, McLeod a chance to go with it. McLeod will send it off the boards and around. Jewer tries to clear. McKenzie blocked that, but Jewer's got it again. And up comes Ryan Jewer leading it. Now for Bath coming in. Jewer to the net. Will take a shot from distance. Punched away by Bell. Hines from the point. To the backhand. Jewer in front. Turns, fires. Never got to the goal. As Banks is knocked down. Now in front all alone, Harnham. Out came Bell to stop that. McKenzie now for Welsh. Up comes Nova Scotia. Welsh, wide angle shot off the side of the goal. Picked up by Welsh. Welsh trying to cut back out again, pinned up by Hines. It's grabbed by Bath. And McLean will try to edge off Bath, still with it. And it's picked up by Nova Scotia. Skating up with it was Carver, just to the line as Norman tried to clear. That rolling puck bounced just out on McEachern. Delayed offside is waved back off. Sinclair and Hayden on the forecheck. Now Norman. Laid it up for Sullivan. Sullivan will lead the rush himself. Dodged a hit from Norman. Now Carver with it in the corner. Carver and Hines tangle. It comes over for Moores off the glass. Gloved ahead by McEachern. Tapped along by Veach. And McEachern will keep it in. Carver came out as if it was delayed anyway. Now McCarthy will flip it up looking for Veach. Has Moores with him. Veach drops it back for Moores. He will no look send it back down as well. Looking for Veach. Veach who sends McEachern to the ice. Played back to the point. It's Norman. Norman's pass for Cleary. Tapped along and up comes Carver. Carver has Hayden with him. Carver now Hayden to the net. That was blocked by Norman. Norman up for Moores. Now Newfoundland the other way. Looking there for Norman, but broken up by Hocko. Veach on the backhand. Anderson now behind the net, with Moores bothering him, and now that one hit McCarthy. Hayden looking now for Anderson. Jones to McCarthy. McCarthy lets it rip. Blocker saved by Bell. Rebound not cleared off the side of the goal. McCarthy taps it back down low, will go for a change. Jones now for Cleary. Cleary shot gloved by Bell, and he'll hang on for the whistle. 5:07 to go here in the second period. Goals to Sinclair and Duncan Anderson for Nova Scotia, and Morgan has the goal for Newfoundland. Faceoff will be blocker side to Bell. Won by Newfoundland. Morgan tees up. A missed glove side. Now that puck kept in by Simmons. Down low is Spurl. Spurl looking for Smith. Grabbed now by Yabsley. Morgan with it. Over for Simmons. Simmons off the board. Spurl. Taps it past Hocko. Now grabbed by Hoyt. Behind the net is Jones. It's Liver. Trying to play up with Yabsley. Instead it's Smith. Smith picking up speed down the right wing. Now loose in front. Sliding down with Simmons. Along with Hocko. Comes back to the line. It's Anderson. Smith with it. Drops it back Hocko. Hocko's shot was blocked. Spurl might be loose and sprung free, but can't get that puck. Icing waved off. Jack Bell will play it to the boards. That hit the official. And Spurl looked to play it to the slot. Instead blocked by Hoyt. Feeds to Liver. Liver down the right wing on his backhand. Now we'll cut to the goal around Hines. Looking backhand. It was stopped by Pitcher. Sliding across and picked up now by Jones. Ethan Jones crosses the red line. He'll send the rolling puck down deep on Guinish. Liver taps it along the boards, and Nova Scotia 3 wide, a 3-on-2 developing. Hoyt with White and McKenzie. But Hoyt took a tumble, and it's picked up now by Jewer. That drop just behind Fitzgerald. Only realized it too late, and Guinish will pick it up instead. Fitzgerald trying to take the puck away. Ryan. He's crunched to the boards by Davis. Cleared back by Newfoundland. Icing will be the call, with 3:26 to go here in the second period. to get to this point. Nova Scotia shootout win last night against PEI. They fell 4-2 this morning to New Brunswick. Newfoundland fell 8-1 to that New Brunswick squad, and they won 5-3. In the most recent contest in Game 2 of Day 2, this is Game 3 of the 4-day set here on Day 2. McKenzie. Wrap it along down low, looking there for Ryan. Ryan Davis. Now Witten tried to play it up the boards. Newfoundland is able to break it out, led by Jewer. Up skates Jewer. Ryan Jewer as Fitzgerald to the net will hold and take the scenic route. Played out front, looking there for Hines. That shot's off Johnson. And now Fitzgerald trying to wrap around but couldn't stuff it home. Hines tried to play it down low and fanned on it. That's flipped up high, and Jewer, last one back with Welsh on the forecheck. That's played along now for Fitzgerald, who overskated it along the boards. Looking for Davis, who dumps Welsh. And it's grabbed now by Fitzgerald down the left wing. Fitzgerald is shot, and his stick exploded, and he's got to drop that shaft. He'll skate his way off with it, I suppose. Just past Cleary, it's McLean with it. McLean will play it over Walsh. Welsh and Norman were tied up in front. McLeod now for McLean. Lets a wrist shot go, but that was blocked by Cleary. That dump in blocked by Sullivan. Comes out now to McEachern. McEachern fired that one, rolling puck past everyone. McLeod couldn't corral it. Sullivan will pick it up instead. It's grabbed by McLean. McLean crunched by Witten. McLeod into the Nova Scotia bench. Faceoff will stay in neutral ice. Under 2 to go here in the second period. How often do you see that, where a player breaks the stick and then he continues to skate with it? And that's what Josh Fitzgerald did. Skated his way right off the ice. Now he's got the blade there too. Might get that one repaired as opposed to turning it into an Adirondack chair. Or some kind of a coffee table. Off the draw. Harnham plays it forward. McEachern now for Sullivan. Sullivan will flip it up to center. Over the center circle. Cleary tries to corral it. Tied up with Hayden. And trips him up. Carver plays it right out in front with Hayden on his knees. Looking there. Sinclair too. That was blocked by Bath. Now it's grabbed by Norman. Norman left wing side crossing red. Fires it down. Looking there for Bath. Now it's Carver to center. Hopped over Banks. Grabbed by Morgan. Morgan will send that one right to Bell, who grabs that and will hang on for the whistle with 1:24 to go here in the second period. Goals to Sinclair and Anderson for Nova Scotia. Morgan has the counter for Newfoundland. They scored, both teams scored on the power play. Nova Scotia's 1 for 2. Newfoundland 1 for their lone opportunity. Glove side to Bell. Veach will take the draw, centering Moores and McCarthy. Hoyt wins it though between Liver and Smith. Veach will grab it. That shot loose to the slot. McCarthy wanted to put it somewhere to attack with it. Now Veach on a point shot is stopped with Moores right on the doorstep. But Bell makes the save. Another offensive zone draw for Team Newfoundland. Just one sub for Nova Scotia as Hayden is in and Smith is off. Anderson down for Hocko as Veach crunches Anderson to the boards. Hoyt was looking for it. Rolling puck. Pitcher comes out to play. The pitcher will send that back around his cage. Poked up by Morgan. Looking there for Veach. Anderson tries to clear this block by Moores and grabbed now by Hoyt. Up comes Nova Scotia. Hoyt extreme right wing. Into the corner. Trying to play it out to center it. That was blocked by Morgan. And Morgan will play up for McCarthy. McCarthy headman for Moores. Moores taps it past Anderson. Going to try to grab it past Hocko. Can't do that, and Smith will have it. Smith over for Hoyt. Half a minute to go here in the second period. Smith, but that's offside at the line. So 26.5 to go here late in the second period. Nova Scotia nursing a 2-1 lead. That would set up a finals rematch if that score holds. Nova Scotia's played New Brunswick in every year of this Q Cup format. Anderson wins it over Jones. And the exchange, Sproul lost his stick. Played up to center. Johnson will wrap it down low. Just behind the Newfoundland net. Norman along for Spurl. Takes a crunch from Johnson. Grabbed now by Jones. Up comes Yabsley. Yabsley under 10 seconds to go. Yabsley trying to cut around Ginnish. Now right out front. A tap there from Jones. But never got full composite on it. And that puck skitters down to the Newfoundland zone. And the buzzer ends period 2. These teams trade goals in the second frame. And it is 2-1 after 40. Here in Dieppe at the Uniplex, you're watching the 2025 QMJHL Cup here on AO Live. Third period is next. Nova Scotia leads it 2-1 after 2.
Want to know something that works? Yeah, especially for
I wouldn't be here.
And like you, I get those notifications for thank you, your payment has been posted to your MasterCard.
Two periods down, 1 period to go here in game number 3 of this 4-game set here at day 2 of the QMJHL Cup. Nova Scotia in navy, going right to left. Newfoundland in white going left to right. A quick icing call immediately on Team Newfoundland. Nova Scotia leads it 2-1. Sinclair scored in the first. Duncan Anderson scored in the second. Nathan Morgan countered back on a power play in the second period for Newfoundland, and that's where we stand as we face off glove side to Sam Pitcher. Mike Sanderson here on the call. Jeff Robichaud on the production and camera duties. McLeod over for Welsh. Welsh along the boards, tapped up by Morgan. Yabsley looking to play it forward. Now for Spurl. Spurl crossing the red line will slide it down for Jack Bell to stop behind his net. Simmons at the point. Yabsley battling for it with Jones back behind the net. Jones battling there with McLean. Comes back to the line. Morgan a shot. That one gloved by Bell. That hit a body on the way there. So Bell, good puck track to grab that down and hang on for the whistle. Faceoff will be blocker side to the Nova Scotia goalie. Sinclair and Veach now. McCarthy a shot. Tipped just wide off the stick of Veach. Veach has been buzzing along in this tournament. 2 assists to his name so far, but here in this third game, and he's been a catalyst offensively. That stretch feed just missed Hayden. Dumped down by Norman. Bell for Sullivan. Sullivan cross ice, trying to pick up his Hayden. Cleary trying to cut him off. Penalty coming up here, and a quick shot from Hayden as Pitcher grabs it, and the penalty will be forthcoming. Hooking is the call. Some confusion as to who will sit for it. It will be Graham Cleary on his way. So Nova Scotia is 1 for 2 on the power play. We'll get another crack here, leading 2-1, looking to double up that lead. Faceoff is blocker side to Pitcher. Hayden, Carver, and Sinclair with Anderson and Guinish. Guinish with the puck now. Anderson tipped up high and just missed short side from Carver. McCarthy looked to clear. McCarthy, Veach with Norman and Jewer. Sinclair up top, Guinish, wrist shot. Missed blocker side up high. Anderson back to the point. Guinish. Guinish off the boards. Down low is Carver. Carver for Sinclair. Sinclair was looking there, Carver. That one dumps just out. And glove pass waved off. Anderson now for Guinish. Guinish with room to move down Broadway. Had it poked off his stick by Jewer and cleared back down by Newfoundland. Minute 10 to go in the Nova Scotia power play. It's grabbed by Anderson. Anderson long feed, but past Hayden. That will be an icing call against the power play of Nova Scotia. Faceoff will come all the way back. This one, the third game of the round robin for both teams. They both come in at 1-1. A win would put them into the final with New Brunswick. And a loss would have them play PEI early tomorrow morning. So basically playing for a later wake-up call. And the gold medal in the Q Cup, of course. Guinish walking his way in and waltzes his way to the slot. And a big save by Sam Pitcher. Off the dipsy doodle of Jack Guinish. Jack Guinish worked his way right to the slot on his offhand and fired. But Pitcher made that stop. 46 seconds to go in the Nova Scotia power play. Hoyt, Smith, McKenzie, McEachern, and Liver. Banks and Jones up front on the back end, Jewer and Simmons. Off the glass, weird bounce off the stanchion, nearly freed to Hoyt, kept in on the backhand by McKenzie, who then overskated it, lost it in his skates, but it does come back down low. Looking there was Smith now for Hoyt. Back for Brendan Smith, overskated it back behind the cage, picked up now by Hoyt. Liver for Hoyt, left wing side. Along the half wall, back to the left point, Liver. Cross ice, McEachern. Liver. Hoyt in the corner. Newfoundland tries to clear, settles for Banks, and he'll send it down. Jack Bell will settle it for McEachern. Cleary is free. So we're back to even strength. Hoyt trying to play it in. Offside waved off. Now Ethan Jones up high past Jewer. He's looking for Yabsley. Off the bench, Hoyt. Dodging Spurl. It's a chance to skate in with it. Now over for White. Ewan White into the slot. That's off of Simmons, just wide off the side of the goal. Spurl flips it up. Hocko tried to block that to the line. Tap back up. And Moores will skate in for it as Anderson took a tumble in the corner. Moores with a pair of Nova Scotia defenders in there, and that's wrapped along by Hocko. Comes now for Norman. Norman shot. That hit Anderson in the slot. Loose for Spurl and a backhand for Moores, but missed just wide glove side. Johnson will skate down for Nova Scotia. Liver will go for a change. Johnson will wrap it along where it's Hocko to pick it up. And that's dumped down by Team Newfoundland. Picked up there by Bell. Bell now for Anderson. Try to pull the string on Fitzgerald. Has it now again. Drops it back Ryan. Ryan, who takes a hit to try to make a play with his Boston Academy teammate Josh Fitzgerald. That's tap past Johnson. Now for Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald a shot. Just over the glove. Davis along for Morgan. Johnson will pick it up instead. Down for Ryan. Ryan and Fitzgerald again in the corner. They bump for it. Where it's grabbed by Norman. Norman will flip it high up in the air, and Tyler Sullivan will grab it. At the red line, backhand it down. It's Morgan along for Norman. Too hot for him. Welsh will pick it up off the boards. Welsh, McLean, and Ryan on the attack, but now back comes Newfoundland. Davis in front. Right to the backhand, but can't stuff it home was Moores. We'll have a whistle as the net appears to be off once again. It's been off pretty much every single time that puck comes by. Face-off will be glove side to Jack Bell. Veach with Moores and McCarthy. They'll complete the change. Fenwick McLean will take the draw for Nova Scotia. Guinish along the boards now. Welsh played up for McLean. McLean and Veach tangle as it's Guinish carrying it in. Guinish and McLeod skate in for it in that near corner. Jewer tied up with Guinish, takes a tumble, and now Veach comes in to crunch Guinish, as does Jewer. And it comes loose now for a wraparound chance for McLeod. Fenwick McLean now looking for McLeod. It will come now to McCarthy. Thomas McCarthy. Steered just wide by Bell. Rolling puck looking to play out. Tapped along by Veach. Veach can't grab it past McKenzie. McKenzie was looking there for McLeod. Instead grabbed by Jewer and played up just off the stick of McCarthy. And Hocko will pick it up. Hocko's pass now. Yabsley fresh off the bench. Gets past Cleary too. In a foot race is McLeod. McLeod wins it but can't get to the puck. Norman will grab it. Quinn Norman dumped off to the right side. Yabsley. Ben Yabsley centered right out in front, looking there for Norman. Anderson turned over. Tap back down by Ethan Jones. Looking for Yabsley. Hocko ties that up, and now it's Anderson. Anderson for Sinclair with it a stick, and it comes out to center Norman. Norman off a Nova Scotia stick and way back out of play. 13:03 to go here in the third period. These teams punch their own ticket, as we said, for tomorrow's final. Jones between Yabsley and Spurl. Sinclair flanked by Carver and Hayden. Hocko tapped down and turned over. Yabsley jumping in and shooting. That's blocked. Skip just wide. Another try. That sliding across was Bell to make the save. Carver looked to play up now and for Hayden. Just to the Newfoundland line, where Norman will play it now for Cleary. Cleary now for Yabsley. Carver dumps Cleary in the background. Picked up there by Spurl. Just wide blocker side. Now Norman with it. Norman shot. That one punched just wide too. Rolling puck. Simmons can't keep it in. Simmons for Norman. Tap down looking for Jones. Carver will hold. Go cross ice for Hayden. Banks nearly had him tied right up. But instead the blue line a turnover. Spurl wanted to go north. Following up is Banks. Banks picks that up and is able to grab it. Banks drops it back. Spurl, a shot kicked away by Bell. Morgan at the point to tap it further. Instead handled by Hoyt. Pass over to Sullivan. Sullivan up for Carver. Carver at center. Pocket pick nearly by Banks, but it does come in for Harnham. Harnham a shot. Stopped by Bell. Newfoundland pressing for that equalizer. They did get a goal in the second period on the power play. They're looking for another one here. Face-off glove side to Bell. Hoyt to take it against Harnham, but Hoyt jostled up, and now Liver will have to take it. It's won by the Halifax Max forward. Liver jostling forward in the corner. Hoyt now trying to break it free. That's tied up and turned over to Harnham. A shot from distance again, and that's stopped by Bell. Nolan Harnham from the Tri-Pen Osprey. He's out with Banks and Bath. Bath of the Pinnacle Growlers. Banks from Stansted College. Played last year with the Notre Dame Hounds. Face-off won by Nova Scotia. Liver can't tap it past Simmons. Following up McKenzie. It's still in there, but grabbed now by Guinish with time and space. We'll feed it up now for Smith. That's up high at the blue line. Grabbed ultimately by Bath, looking for Banks. Penalty coming up here for Nova Scotia. Head contact. 2 for head contact to be Hoyt getting the gate. So Newfoundland scored on their first power play. It only took 6 seconds. What can they do on their second one? face-off will be worked up and around. Trying to determine exactly where that face-off will be. Just outside the Newfoundland blue line. Newfoundland about to go on a power play. Jones with Banks and Bath, Morgan and Veach. Who's got the puck now? On the penalty kill, it's White and Johnson. On the back end is McKenzie and Guinish. Banks over for Jones. Jones right wing side will rim it along the boards. Right on the bottom of the yellow of the dasher. Looking for Bath in the corner, trying to clear Nova Scotia. Now a second crack will be yeeted down the ice. Morgan will grab the puck and let it settle. Veach cut around Johnson. Nova Scotia forward penalty killers caught up, and a shot from Jones sailed over the blocker. Morgan with Justice Johnson on the forecheck. Now it's Veach. Ben Veach through center. Cut off right side, drop it back Morgan. Morgan down low. Veach knocked off by Guinish. Picked up by Banks. Banks looking Veach. From the circle, lets it rip, and that's a glove save. Bell will hang on with 59 seconds to go in the Newfoundland power play. Bell and the linesmen are checking to make sure that pipe will hold. Has been an issue, especially on that side of the rink. So the ice certainly has, well, it's held up mostly, is not quite there completely. There's a bit of an early part of the season too. Spurl off the boards. The puck's been rolling a lot here throughout the day. That one gets past Norman, but that one was flat on the ice. Norman up for Spurl, turned over, grabbed by Sam Ryan. He'll play it back himself for Hocko. Hocko over for Anderson. He'll send that one down deep. It woke both benches up, it appears. 30 seconds to go in the Newfoundland power play. Simmons now for Spurl. Spurl trying to cut around Hocko, still has it. Spurl for Norman. Norman backing over for Simmons, stopped by Bell. So a face-off glove side to the Nova Scotia goalie. 10 seconds to go in the power play. 9:25 to go here in the third period. Newfoundland looking for a goal, and Yabsley will not take that draw. It'll be McCarthy instead. Spurl on the right, Morgan and Norman. Spurl plays it back. Morgan at the point. Trying to shed the check of McLeod. Grabbed now by Spurl. Spurl seeing Norman. Norman walks into that. That was blocked in front by Sullivan. And now loose is Hoyt out of the penalty box. Hoyt with McLean to the McLeod to the net. Feeds into McLeod. Can't get a shot off. McLean following up as well. It's McKecker in that shot. Missed wide just past Hoyt. And McCarthy takes a bump to play it to center. Yabsley McLean. Now Yabsley trying to jump in on it. Spurl tying up, looking there. But it's grabbed by Welsh. River Welsh for Nova Scotia. Knifes it ahead and takes the bump to do it. Now it's McLean. Has McLeod in the slot. Tried to move around McCarthy, but was cut off and grabbed by Norman. Norman now for Yabsley. Yabsley over for McCarthy. McCarthy lets it rip. Missed glove side. Battling for it. Spurlew lost a glove. Trying to spring the puck loose. McCarthy too. McCarthy does get it. Softly sends it back to the point. Morgan for Jewer. Jewer fires. Punched away. Fitzgerald tied up with Sullivan. But it comes loose. For McLean now for Welsh. Welsh in a one-on-one with Morgan. Takes that shot from a sharp angle, and pitcher will get the whistle. Welsh saying, well, I got that puck. But the whistle went first. Under 8 to go here in the third period. Nova Scotia offensive zone draw. Faceoff will be blocker side for Pitcher, the right-handed catch goalie. As the glove for Spurl is recovered. And it's now Davis against Hayden in the faceoff circle. Won cleanly by Nova Scotia. Back to McKenzie. Guinish with it. Looking there for Sinclair. Now to the backhand. Comes out to the slot. Picked up by Witten. Aaron Witten tapped off his stick by Guinish. Following up Hines. And Hayden as well. Witten will send it in. He's tied up with Guinish. As they both collided and fell. And that puck ended up leaving the Nova Scotia bench. Faceoff will come just outside the Newfoundland line. Davis between Witten and Fitzgerald. Sinclair flanked by Carver and Hayden. Hines for Jewer. Up for Witten, right wing side. Witten trying to cut around Guinish this time. Picked up now McKenzie. Witten is draped all over him. Comes back to the line, but Hines concedes it. Fitzgerald back to the Newfoundland zone. Will backhand it up to center. Davis grabs that out of the air, trying to tap it along for his Growler teammate Witten. Instead, it's grabbed by Carver. Carver drops it back Sinclair, but can't shoot it. And that cleared just past the line by Davis. Picked up by Witten. Witten will backhand it down as Fitzgerald goes to give chase. Fitzgerald and Guinish tied up as Davis tried to make a play on it and hit Sinclair. Rolling puck now settles along the boards. Penalty coming up here. Fitzgerald's going to get the gate. Head contact will be the call. So a power play to Nova Scotia. Fitzgerald knew it pretty much right away. Nova Scotia for a power play would love to double up this lead. As it will come blocker side to Pitcher. Anderson at the line for McEachern. McEachern grabbed up by Veach. They continue to battle along the boards. Anderson will knock it back down further into the corner. Smith grabbed by McEachern, bumped up by Veach. Veach will grab it, try to clear, got the stick up high. Veach will now spin and fire it just to center. Hoyt picks it up, dodging Veach again. Hoyt will grab it between the benches. It's now played back looking for Anderson. Who will grab it in his own zone. Anderson looks to make it settle. 1:15 to go in the Nova Scotia power play. The head contact penalty to Fitzgerald. It's grabbed by Smith. Smith in the corner, look to drop it back. Guinish battling for it too. 4 Nova Scotia players in the area. Picked up now and turned to fire was Hoyt. That's off Pitcher and back out of play. His faceoff will stay inside. As that hit Pitcher's twig, will stay blocker side to him. McLean, McLeod, Welsh, Anderson, and Guinish. Anderson at the point. Rolled for McLeod. McLeod for McLean on the left wing side. Plays it over. Anderson up top, Guinish. Guinish now for McLean. Walks into fire, scores! And that's a grade A ripper from Fenwick McLean. '53 goals last season. He's got 4 already in this young campaign with Dartmouth Steel Subaru, and he let that one fire. That tickled the water bottle. And it's 3-1 for Nova Scotia here late in the third period. Sullivan looking for White. White continuing to battle along. Comes loose to him. That stop by Pitcher comes up high, played along by Jones. Yabsley and Jones battle for it. We are back to even strength on that power play goal. It's grabbed by Morgan, now Spurl. Spurl is tied up and taken down to the ice, and both officials' arms came up. Simmons will handle the puck. Pitcher skated his way over to the bench. Veach will pick it up. Nova Scotia will touch it. There will be a penalty. Simmons now. That's over for Jones. Jones for Morgan. Net is empty on the delayed penalty. Simmons back for Morgan. Newfoundland down 2. Might be better served just to have Nova Scotia touch the puck, but either way, Spurl along the boards. Just looking back for Veach. That one broken up by Ryan. Penalty will be called. Newfoundland will go to the power play. Officials confer they got the same thing. 2 for holding on Sullivan. Here late in the third period, Newfoundland down 2 once again. Needing goals, plural. Well, we get a great start here off this power play. Face-off glove side to Bell. Now loose, Bath shot. Stopped by Bell. Bath a quick shot that caught pretty much everyone by surprise, including Bell, but he was able to make that save. And importantly, no rebound. Anderson off the glass. Comes right to Norman, though, at the point. Just past Jones. Taps it down, looking there for Banks. Over for Jones. Back for Norman. Norman a shot. Hit a stick in front. Now Hayden will clear. Norman to grab the rolling puck. Grab for Jones. Jones over for Norman. Back for Jones, right wing side. That's played along now for Sinclair. Sinclair will hold and fire. Norman, quick feed. Now for Jones in stride, right at the blue line. Bath looking give and go. That was blocked by Guinish. Now Jones in the corner. Sticks up high, tied up. Picked up now by Bath. Bath tried to clear, but lost it in Nova Scotia. Will dump it down. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Quinn Norman back for Newfoundland. Picked up now by Yabsley. Skating down right wing side, joined by Spurl. Yabsley cuts to the middle, but that one cut off. And now Guinish will fire it down the ice. Morgan will grab it at the Newfoundland blue line. Picked up now by McCarthy. Spurl backhands it over for Morgan. Morgan on down, blocked by Guinish. Guinish to the backhand. Came right over to McKenzie. McKenzie's able to fire it. Pitcher had it, nearly lost it for Liver. Coming over is McLean. McLean content to kill some time. Will play it back. Guinish now over for McKenzie. Sullivan is nearly out. Guinish again off the glass, and Sullivan's out. We're back to even strength. Morgan picks up the puck now. 2.5 to go in the third. It's McCarthy with the backhand. We'll send it down deep behind the Nova Scotia net. Picked up there by McKenzie. Welsh frees it for McLean. Now tapped to the slot. Spurl was blocked by Guinish. Now it's Welsh with it going north. Welsh with Liver on a 2-on-1. Separating it out to fan out off the post. And up high out of play. 2:08 to go in the third. Faceoff will be in the Newfoundland zone. We're kind of on timeout watch here. Don't know if we'll see one now with the defensive zone draw, but certainly could see one soon. Veach will take it against McLean. That one's one for Morgan, but McLean plays it right out, was looking there for McLeod, but it hit a stick, and now Banks battling for it. Banks and McLeod tied up in the corner. Under 2 to go here in the third period. This one played up to the line. McKeckern shot, gloved by Pitcher. Rebound is loose, but McLeod couldn't get a stick on it. Now Simmons with it. McLean picks his pocket, comes to the slot. Veach We'll play it up now for Banks. Banks looking cross ice for Jones. Jones just passed him to Sullivan. Bell looked to leave it there. Pitcher still in his net. This is played up by McLean. Over for Welsh with pace. Welsh down the right wing side. Will cut right to the goal, but instead wrap around. Welsh, top of the zone now. Pass right in front, pitcher. Had it right in front of him and gets the cover with 1:20 to go here in the third. Nova Scotia leading 3-1. Newfoundland again not really in a position to pull the goalie and give it a crack. They'll need to go north. Still have a timeout here, this time to Newfoundland. This game 3 of 4 here on day 2 of the QMJHL Cup from the Uniplex in Dieppe, New Brunswick. Next game coming up in about half hour's time will be New Brunswick and PEI. That'll be the nightcap, and those two teams know already where they're going. The winner of this one will play New Brunswick in the 1-2 game at 11:45. And the team that loses this one will play at 9:15. They'll take on PEI. So we're all set to go from the timeout. Pitcher will stay in his cage, of course, in the defensive zone draw, but we'll keep an eye on him if the puck does come out. Veach with Banks and Jones over on the right. He's in the foreground. Morgan and Norman on the back for Newfoundland. Instead, it's one to Sinclair. Played now Anderson. Anderson sends it down after getting ripped into by Banks. Norman looking stretch feed for Jones, but that was blocked by Guinish. Tap back down Veach. Over for Norman. Norman for Morgan. Pitcher looking benchward. That one flipped back up by Guinish. Now Jones will play it down low. Blocked again. Guinish cleared out. His pitcher got halfway there, and he's going to have to keep going. Some confusion there, but either way, Newfoundland's net is empty now. Dabsley is the extra attacker. That pass for Veach. Sinclair nearly picked off. Now Anderson looking for the cage. That was blocked by Norman. Norman for Morgan, 40 seconds. Back up Norman. White nearly took that away. Morgan past Sinclair. Wants to skate past Guinish. Jones sends it down deep. Anderson there to pick it up. Anderson nearly picked off by Veach. White, now Anderson back to center. And a penalty coming up here. This will come to Newfoundland. Veach doesn't like it. Tripping's the call. With 20.4 to go, this will pretty much wrap a bow on it. Ryan, Johnson, Smith, Sullivan, McEachern. Newfoundland will go with Davis and Spurl. On the back end is Norman and Morgan. They wanted to get Jewer out there, but they were too late on the change. That one flipped way up by Norman into row 3. 15.7 to go. Now that change will happen. Face off. Blocker side again to pitcher. Jewer along the boards. Taps it to Spurl. That's cleared. No, it's not. Ryan will play it back, though. And Sullivan will go back to pick it up. Sullivan behind. Knocked in by Spurl. And we have a date tomorrow between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick in the 1-2 game once again for the 4th time in a row of this tournament. It'll be New Brunswick and Nova Scotia playing in the 11:45 game. Newfoundland will meet PEI. Stick around for the nightcap. PEI will take on New Brunswick to wrap up the round robin. We'll stick around in this one for the player of the game presentations, and we will wrap up game number 3 on day number 2. Nova Scotia 3-1 victors. Goals to McLean, Sinclair, and Anderson. Anderson with the winner. Nathan Morgan countered for Newfoundland. So with that, Newfoundland drops to 1-2. Nova Scotia goes to 2-1. New Brunswick at 2-0 have already secured their spot in the late game tomorrow, and PEI at 0-2 will take on Newfoundland.
Les joueurs de match recevront chacun un sac de voyage de CCM, la fourniture officielle de la Ligue canadienne de hockey et la Ligue de hockey junior major de Quebec. The players of the games will each receive a CCM travel bag, the official supplier of the Canadian Hockey League and the Quebec Maritime Junior Hockey League. Maintenant, s'il vous plaît, saluer Pierre Cholet pour la présentation des joueurs de match. Please welcome Pierre Cholet for the players of the game presentation. Le joueur pour Terre-Neuve-Labrador, pour Newfoundland-Labrador, numéro 91, Benjamin Vitek.
Ben Veach, player of the game for Team Newfoundland.
Pour Nouvelle-Écosse, for Nova Scotia, numéro 15, Fenwick McLean, number 15, Fenwick McLean.
Fenwick McLean, player of the game for Team Nova Scotia. So that will finish up game 3. One more game left to go. PEI in New Brunswick. Puck drop in about 20 minutes time. Here on AO Live, be sure to check it out. That'll finish this one. Nova Scotia 3-1 victors over Newfoundland. We move to game 4 on day 2. You've been watching the 2025 QMJHL Cup on AO Live. For Jeff Robichaux, I'm Mike Sanderson. One more game to go. Be sure to check it out and keep it locked on AO Live.